Welcome back to another video. Today we have the new 2026 Acura Integra Type S and the new double apex blue pearl with the ebony interior. Sorry, it's kind of loud in my background. I just want to show off the new paint color for 2026. Now, nothing has changed from 2025 in the interior, features, everything's all the same. This one is a sold unit, just came in, it was ordered. But I just want to show off the double apex blue pearl versus regular apex blue pearl, which is that guy right over there. Speaking of exterior colors, here is one of the new options: solar, silver, metallic, and you also have urban gray pearl. So urban gray replaced liquid carbon, no longer available for 26. Apex blue pearl is gone, replaced by double apex blue pearl, and lunar silver has been replaced with this solar silver. So the Integra Type S is the ultimate Integra you can get. It shares the same platform as the Honda Civic Type R, but the Type R is more track ready boy racer. This one is more mature, road ready, makes about 5 more horsepower actually than the Type R. On the front fascia here, you're gonna notice full LED headlamps, so LED high beam, low beam, turn signals, and daytime running lights. You get the signature jewel lights, and you have the chicane daytime running lights. On the lower portion of the Type S, you have, it's like it's functional, yeah. You have a functional grille down here, and you do have a wide opening for the intercooler down here too. Flat black on that portion, gloss black on this portion, sensors in the bumper. You have more body color on this lower lip portion right here. Fog lights are not available on the Type S. Now, of course, you have your Type S badge because I have a Type S and you don't. You have a bigger opening grille too compared to the standard Integra. The Integra itself just have a more wider stance than your standard Integra as well. And this front bumper is unique to the Type S. When I know this one's dirty, just came off the truck, but you still have a menacing look on the Type S versus your standard Integra. The Type S comes standard with 19s, which is an inch bigger than your standard Integra. If you go with the lower end Integra, I think those come with 17s. So these are wrapped around 265 30 high performance summer tires, and these are Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires that come standard on the Type S. It's square all around. The rears will be the same. You do get a bigger rotor. It's a 2-piece rotor on the Type S, and you do get the Brembo brake calipers up front on the Type S that you don't get on the standard Integra. And you have the wider fenders here because it is much wider, like I said, on this guy. Type S badge, you can get that blacked out through your dealership. You do have a half body colored and half flat black on the side mirrors, LED turn signals integrated into the side mirrors. As overall, you do get a more this aggressive look compared to a standard Integra. So if you look at this guy over here, you see what I'm saying. Also on the rear, it is a wide body back here, but just like the FK8, they do attach this piece to kind of make it wider. It's not molded like the FL5, but still looks great. You do have black wrapped around the windows, black on the pillars. Everything's blacked out, of course, on Type S. The door handles are body colored as well. Come along to the rear, shark fin style antenna that is body colored. You do have an LED third brake light, gloss black above the window. It's not privacy dark tinted from factory. It's tinted, that's why it's kind of green. You guys can probably see that. But if you want privacy, you're gonna have to add your own tint. You have your rear spoiler, and you do have an optional spoiler, carbon spoiler, you can add to your Type S. Type S badge in the rear. You can get this guy blacked out. The front emblem, you can also get that blacked out or get the illuminated front emblem as well. Full LED tail lights, so brake lights, turn signals, and reverse lights. You also have integrated. You also have Integra stamped in the rear bumper. The same thing in the front bumper. And you do have the 3 exhaust tips that's unique to the Type S. I believe the outer ones are like a standard exhaust, and the middle one sucks air in. Comment below if I'm right. I believe that's how the 3 tips work. You do have sensors in the lower portion of the bumper. Very aggressive rear bumper with a diffuser back here, kind of like a diffuser style, but all in gloss black. And just looking at the Type S from the rear, you know that this is something special, and this is something not to be played with. So here's the key for 2026 Integra Type S. You have Type S on the back, Acura emblem. The red strip is unique for the Type S. Lock, unlock, pop the trunk. You do have a alarm button here and your emergency key in the fob. Now you do have smart entry on a door handle. So you have the two handles here. Tap that guy, it will lock all the doors. Also, when you walk up to your Type S, you do have the LED keyhole, not keyhole, door handle that will light up for you at night, and the dome light will turn on too. So when you're walking towards your car, it'll automatically turn on, just like the technology package on the standard Integra. Now, smart entry is only for the driver and passenger door, so you cannot put your hand in the rear door handles to unlock the door. Driver and passenger. When you unlock the driver's side, it'll only unlock the driver door, so the boogeyman don't jump in with you when you're by yourself. But if you put your hand on the passenger door, it will unlock all four doors. Let's take a look at the door card here. You have soft touch up here, soft touch here, where you rest your elbow, also soft touch, red stitching. You do have auto up down for the driver and passenger window. You have to hold for the rear windows, power locks, power mirrors. You do get the ELS Studio 3D sound system, so no B&O like the MDX and the ADX. And just like 2025, this is a 16 speaker sound system, so you do have speakers in the ceiling, tweeters, and includes a subwoofer as well. You do have ambient lighting right here, which is one color, and it is red. And this one just came off the truck, so it hasn't been cleaned up yet. It's all dusty and stuff, so don't mind that. Red stitching there below here. You do have a cup holder, bottle holder, storage, another speaker grill down below. No memory seats are available on the Type S. That's something that the A-Spec technology will give you. And the Type S do lack some features that the A-Spec technology and the standard Integra give you that you don't get in this model. Taking a look at the interior design, like I mentioned on 2026, the standard Integra, you will have a slimmer suede piece right here. This holding is no longer suede on the standard Integras, but for the Type S, it's still the same as 2025, where most of the seat had the ultra suede. It's perforated, and there have red inserts in the perforation, which are nice. Red stitch. These are a little bit more bolstered than the standard Integra, but not as bolstered as the Honda Civic Type R. You're getting the Type S because you don't want that track-ready kind of boy racer feel. You want something a little bit more immature. Type S embroidered into the headrest with red stitching as well. The driver's side is a 12-way power adjustment seat. So you have forward, you have back, you have up, you have down. You can tilt this portion right here up and down. You can of course adjust your back, forward and back, and a 4-way lumbar. On the passenger side, it is a 4-way manual adjustment. So you have your handle to move the back forward and back. You have the handle to move the seat forward and back, and that's pretty much it. There isn't any up and down adjustment on the passenger side. Let's go ahead and jump into your Integra Type S 2026. Close the door up, and 6-speed, I'm about to say automatic, 6-speed manual transmission only. So to start this guy up, you will need to put your foot on the clutch and push the button behind the steering wheel. You probably saw the little welcome goodie as well. Now, actually, I won't keep this car fully on because it does need gas. So we will go into accessory mode. But I did want to show you guys the active exhaust before we do that. So it's in sport mode right now. I'm going to put that guy into Sport Plus. And you can hear it. Hopefully you guys can hear it. The exhaust is much louder and much more deeper versus sport or comfort or normal. So you do get the active exhaust on the Type S. That's one thing you don't get on the standard Integra. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this guy in comfort because that's the best gas saving. And go ahead and put this guy into accessory mode. If you ever wonder how to do accessory mode, oh, let's see, a goodbye screen. You push the start button twice. So now you're in accessory mode, everything lights up. First thing you notice in the Type S is you have a almost a full perforated leather wrapped steering wheel with red stitching. So the top portion is not perforated, but the grips are all perforated, and it's not just like half perforation. It's actually this whole bottom piece, which is nice. You have Type S on the lower portion of the steering wheel. You do have your hard touch for the airbag cover here as well. On the left side, you do have next track, volume. You have voice command button. You do have a scroll wheel for the left side because you do have the 10-inch digital cluster display. And on the right side, you will have some of your Acura watch features and your cruise features. So you have your adaptive, well, just cruise on and off, cancel, resume set, adaptive cruise control, distance, scroll wheel, and lane keeping assist. On the right side of the steering wheel, you do have your air vent here. And for 2026, the standard Integras get a new design here, but everything's the same as 2025. So the interior will be the same, just like 2025. You do have your traction control on and off here. You do get your sport pedals down below, and of course 3 pedals, because this car deserves to be 3 pedals only. You do have a manual adjustment steering wheel, so you can go up and down and out and in. Go ahead and close that guy up. And behind the steering wheel, you do have your light switch here. So you have off, you do have auto, parking, and on, and no fog lights, like I said, are available on the Type S. And you have auto high beam assist standard. On the wipers, you have mist off. You do have auto, so rain sensing windshield wipers, low and high. With auto, depending on how much moisture is in the windshield, it'll wipe accordingly. So wipe more if you see it sense more water, wipe less if it senses less water, don't wipe at all if it senses no water. Now for your full digital cluster here, like I said, it's customizable. You do have a digital speedometer, and they got a fuel symbol there. You do have your standard speedometer, and you have your tachometer as well. But if you use the scroll wheel on the left side here, you're able to go between FM, AM, satellite radio, USB, Bluetooth, apps, customized display. You can go back and phone. So more of your sources on the left side, and on the right side, it's gonna be a little bit everything else. So the scroll wheel right here, you're able to go through, range and fuel. This one got 0 miles, but it just came in off the truck. You have your warnings, you have gauge display, so you can hide and show different apps on that list that you don't want to show. You do have, oh, let me go back once more. You have your heads-up display settings here, because you do have, I think it's a 5-inch heads-up display. So right now it's showing the speed limit, and it's showing your speedometer. I'll show you guys right there. And you do have the menus here where you can change the content. So you can either have a speedometer, so you can change it how it looks. You have speedometer, you can have it off. Driver assist settings, that's how it'll look like that. And then you have your navigation, which will give you your compass, and then your turn-by-turn directions if you have a direction in there, and speedometer and off. I'm gonna leave it on speedometer. You can change the brightness and the height for your heads-up display. You also have your brightness. You can adjust here, so no more of the little sticky you have to twist. It's all in the display here. You can have no content, but this is where you change your miles per hour to kilometers. You have your driver safety support. So from here, you're able to turn on and off road departure mitigation, blind spot information system, low speed braking control, parking sensors, and your collision mitigation braking system, tire pressure, oil life, who have the seatbelts on. You have a G meter. This is unique to the Type S. Standard Integra won't have that. You do have a brake and acceleration, I was about to say gauge. This is also unique to the Type S, and you have a turbo gauge that's also unique to the Type S. Driver attention level, a compass if you don't have a destination in there, and if you do, then it'll give you turn directions there, average speed, and back to range and fuel. And everything else, you can see odometer, what mode you're in. You can see your outside temperature, and I have all the warning lights on because I have it in accessory mode. Headlights is on, your coolant temperature, and all the good stuff you have over there. So some customization, a little bit more. Very similar to the A-Spec Tech. You just get a little bit more gauges in this guy over the standard Integra. Now your touchscreen display is also a 9-inch touchscreen display, and this is the same as 2025. You have all apps, you have phone. Actually, let me zoom in there for you guys. You have Sirius XM, you have FM radio, you have smartphone connection, so Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and it is wireless. Smart shortcuts, system updates. You do have Bluetooth standard, swipe over. It has a protective film on there. That's why it looks kind of funky. You have your USB ports. You have your AM radio, Acura Link, trip computer. You do have your vehicle settings, general settings, clock, compass, and on the last page, you have your display mode, so your brightness. You do have physical home button, back key, volume, power, and next track and previous. Everything else will be touchscreen. You do have shortcuts at the bottom that you can grab these apps and drag them down. And I'm gonna pull up all the sources so you guys can see all of your different sources. And then of course, what you're listening to is up there. Easy to use. If you're familiar with the standard Integra, if you're familiar with the CRV, a lot of Honda products, the ADX, the HR, a lot of Honda and Acura products use this 9-inch touchscreen display. Now down below, you do have your air vents there. You still have the same texture. That's 2025. The standard Integra, I think, changed to a new design in the, I believe, the A specs. You have your hazard button there. You don't have the continuous vent going across like the Type R or the standard Civic. Is unique on the Integras. Below your climate control, you do have your HVAC system here. You have your 3-level heated seats, so high, medium, and low. For the driver and passenger, ventilating seats are not available on the Type S or any Integra. I'm actually turning on the system for you for a second. So you can see you have dual zone climate control. You do have auto climate control, your modes, your front defrost, fan speed, and on and off of the whole system. Oop, I didn't mean to smack the camera. Your heated side mirrors and back glass, AC on and off, sync to control both sides, and the passenger's heated seat button. And down below that, you do have USB-A and USB-C. So there's still an A in the Type S. And you do have a power outlet as well, and your wireless phone charging pad. And with the phone charging pad, you can power it on and off. Only holds one phone. And below that, you do have your 6-speed manual transmission. You have the unique shift knob for the Type S. It's red stitch, it's perforated, and it kind of gives you all the gates there. Speaking the 6-speed manual transmission, you go all the way to the right and down. We'll put it into reverse, and you will have a multi-angle backup camera. Now, the Type S does not give you a surround view or a 360 view, but you do have the wide angle, you have your standard view, and you have your top-down view, and you do have trajectory and guidelines, and you do have cross traffic on and off, and you can also make it smaller and have a radar around your Type S. And of course, you have your brightness all the way at the end. You don't have to worry about in the summertime burning your hand because of the perforation there or being too cold. In the wintertime, there is an optional shift knob you can get through your Acura dealership. You do have your drive modes here. You have individual standard on the Type S. The A-Spec technology also will get the same thing where you can customize the drive. So if you push it and hold it, you're able to change your engine, your steering, your suspension, and your gauges to different levels. So you can see you can have comfort, sport, or sport plus. Remember, sport plus is unique to the Type S. So for example, I'm gonna go back to the dynamic modes here and go through the different toggles. So you have sport plus, you have standard sport, and you have comfort. So I think I mentioned normal on the exhaust. There's no normal on the Type S. I forgot, it's just those. So when you change your drive mode, it does change your display. So blue's for comfort, white is for sport, and of course red is for sport plus. And you have the yellow needles there, just like the original Integra Type R, which is cool. And if you go back down, so you see red needles, and that's also a red needle as well. Now below that, you have a blank button because there's no engine auto stop feature on the Type S. And let me zoom out of here to show you guys the piano black. Not my favorite part of the interior, but at least it's not too much. But you do have your electronic parking brake, brake hold, Type S, of course, on your shifter collar, not collar, but I guess your, what do you even call this? Your shifter, this piece right here, I don't know what you call it. You have the suede boot with the red stitching, which is nice. Cup holders down here can hold a decent size actually. Your armrest here, soft touch, red stitching. You can open this guy up. There's no additional plugins in there, just storage, and this doesn't move forward or back. You have a glove box here. It's not lockable, but if I pull that guy down, it's damped. It does not line with felt. And above your touchscreen display, you do have an auto dimming rear view mirror. You just don't have home link built in into the mirrors. And I don't think that's an option on the Integra to get home link. I think you have to use your Apple CarPlay or your Android Auto. You do have LED interior lighting, which are nice. And you do have a sunglass holder. Also, it's lined so you won't scratch up your sunglass. I'm zooming there for you guys. So you don't have to worry about that guy. Now, one thing you do not have on the Type S is a power moonroof on any of the Type S's. So no moonroof. You do get a black headliner, which is nice. And you do have a dome light here, which is also LED. And then for your visors up here, you will have light with a mirror. I believe it's the same for the driver here as well. Light in the mirror. And of course, with your ELS Studio 3D system, you have your speakers up there and their ceiling and additional speakers in the rear. Jump out of here, take a look at the rear interior. So you can see this is how wide the rear door is open. It's not 90 degrees, but if you have a car seat you need to put in here or a booster seat, I think you'll be fine. The rear doors, you're downgraded to hard touch, everything hard touch. This is soft touch, and where you rest your elbow is soft touch. Red stitching. You do have a tweeter for your ELS Studio 3D system. You have some storage down here. You have a speaker down below as well. Silver door handles, and the Type S is a 4-seater. So if you're looking at the standard Integra, you will have a seat in the middle, but on the Type S, you have cup holders in the middle because you don't sit anyone there, and there isn't a seat belt available for whoever sits in the middle. Also, the rear seats are red stitched, but they're not perforated with the suede like the front seats. You can pull them to drop them down. I do have this front seat all the way up, and they do full flat. I'll show you guys that when we get to the cargo space. But with the seat all the way back, I still have about an inch behind the driver. One thing you do not have on the Integra is a driver's mat pocket. You have one on the passenger, and you do not have air vents back here, and you don't have any USB-Cs or A's or any USBs back here. You do have the cup holder. You also do not have a foldable armrest as well, but you do have this little leather right here. You pull back to show you the tethers for your car seats or for your booster seats if you're gonna install them. And it's just a Velcro. Kind of push that guy in there. When you notice it, it looks kind of weird, but once you have a car seat in there, you don't notice that guy at all. There go your cockpit again. I am recording this one kind of late, so I don't have too much sunlight to show you guys the interior, but I'm hurry up and let's take a look at the cargo space in the back. So in the cargo space, you do not have a power tailgate. You have to push the button and lift. It will assist to open for you. You get your standard floor mats, your carpet. You can get your all seasons if you add it through your dealership. Also, you can get a cargo tray back here too if you want to. But down below, you do have a flat fix kit. You have a funnel, storage, and that's pretty much it. The Type S does not come with a spare tire, but I'm sure most people will remove this foam here and put a spare tire down here anyways. It could fit a donut down there. You have storage on the side here. You have your subwoofer here. I believe that's a subwoofer for your ELS 3D system. LED lights back here, some more speakers back here, and you do have a cargo cover that will hide all the goodies when you close your trunk. So if you look in here, no one can peek to see what you get everyone for Christmas. Now I'm gonna drop the right seat down. Let me show you guys with the seat folded down on the passenger side. This is one of the reasons why you want a Type S, because the seats fold down almost flat. They're like a slight angle, but both seats do come down, and you have plenty of cargo space in the back. Actually, I'm gonna move that front one up so you guys can see what it looks like. The only way to drop these seats is to pull the handles on the shoulders, so you can see it fold down pretty flat. And look how much cargo space you have back here. This is one reason why you want something sporty. You want to be able to throw all types of things in the back, and you don't want to have to worry about it. So the Integra Type S is powered by a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. Makes about 320 horsepower, 310 foot-pound of torque. Acura recommends you to put 93 in this guy. It's matted to a 6-speed manual transmission, comes standard with a limited slip differential, and also front-wheel drive only. The high-end Integra has always been known for a fun front-wheel drive car. But you can see you have this kind of fake carbon cover here, and you have the red. I like that Acura doesn't fully cover everything. You can see your fuse box, your battery, air intake, brake fluid reservoir, coolant. I pulled up the 2026 Acura Integra Type S feature list, so you can pause the video and kind of look through what the Type S give you over the standard Integra, and it's highlighted specifically for Type S here to tell you what the difference is. So, but we're gonna jump in and build us a Type S. We're gonna jump into Integra, and we're going to start over. Make sure I'm in 26. There we go. For the powertrain, of course, the 2-liter. And we're gonna go ahead and show you some of the exterior colors. So what's new for 2026, like I mentioned in the video, is solar silver metallic. That replaced lunar silver metallic, and that only comes in ebony interior. And there isn't any premium charge for solar silver. Once you get to majestic black pearl, you do have a $600 charge, ebony interior or red interior. Actually, let me show you guys what the red interior looks like. So you can see, unlike the A-Spec technology, the whole seat is not red. You have the black suede in the middle, red on the outside. It's a nice touch of just a mixture of red and black, in my opinion, but I think either ebony or the red is a great interior color choice. You also have Urban Gray Pearl, which replaced liquid carbon, and this is the only color I couldn't show you guys in person, but you can get ebony or red. You have Performance Red Pearl, still the same, ebony interior only. Platinum White Pearl, you have the option between ebony, red, and orchid. And then with orchid, it's a more lighter interior, same thing. You have the black suede in the middle, where on the edges is orchid, on the door is orchid, which is it's an interesting color combination, white with the lighter interior. I think it's kind of light for me. And then of course you have the new double apex blue pearl, which you have the option between ebony or orchid interior. But in this case, we're gonna hit the silver and go with ebony interior. Solar silver metallic is the cheapest color option to go with. So if you're trying to save the most money on your Type S, make sure you get silver. And of course, one interior color there. But the accessories for the Type S, it's the same in all of the Integras. So you have your multiple different packaging. You have protection package 1, 2, 3. You have just a standard protection package. You have the copper alloy wheels, which additional wheels you can add. I think the copper is just, it's a nice touch. You guys see this in person. It's a great wheel to add on. If I was building Type S, I definitely would add on the copper wheels. But you have the valve stem caps. You have carbon fiber mirror covers as well. I need to mention that in the video. You have the carbon fiber spoiler. You have the emblem, the blacked out emblem, and the blacked out rear emblem. You have the Type S. You can black out all the badges. You have the illumination front emblem, which I recommend as well. It's how I'll build mine. You have the logo pattern projector, which is nice. Protection film package, door visors. You can add a front bike attachment. You have to add the roof racks first. Kayak attachment, roof basket, and you can have this mid-size roof box, short box, the roof racks themselves. You have the ski and snowboard attachment, surf and paddleboard attachment, body side molding, car cover, splash guards. I like that the splash guards are actually like gloss black. It matches the rear piece of the bumper in the front, which is nice. Because if you get splash guards on a standard Integra, it is body colored. Wheel locks, you can get black. You can get black lug nuts. You have a heated steering wheel that's optional. Now, if you go with the heated steering wheel, you do lose that perforated steering wheel. So that's something to keep in mind if you add that guy. You have the illuminated door sill trim. You do have the premium floor mats. These are very soft in person. I like the red outline as well too. It's a nice touch. Here's the optional shift knob. Now this thing doesn't have the perforated leather on it too. So summertime it will be hot. Wintertime it will be cold. You also have the Alcantara steering wheel that you also lose the perforated grips if you go with the Alcantara steering wheel. Also in the floor mats. First aid kit. Pet rear cabin liner for the rear seats. You have the seat back protectors. You have the sunshade, trunk tray, cargo net, cargo organizer, and engine block heater. Let's jump right into your pricing now. I usually show the window sticker in the video. I actually forgot to do it on this one. But for a 2026 Integra Type S in solar silver metallic, the base price is $53,400. The destination handling is $11.95. MSRP is $54,595. So just shy of $55,000. Now I know a lot of people were complaining that they wish the Type S had a little bit more features, a little bit more luxurious features. You got to remember this is a driver's car. And once you actually drive one of these, you kind of forget that you don't have a moonroof, you don't have a power passenger seat, no memory seats. You know, some of those features that the A-Spec technology gives you in the standard Integra. You drive this thing and you just forget about all of that. This is peak Honda Acura right now, especially, like I said, you want a chilled down version of the Type R, but you don't want it to be as aggressive. But then it's funny because the exhaust on this thing is much louder on the Type S versus the Type R, which is cool. This pops, it bangs from factory, and the Type R doesn't even do that, which is interesting. But if it was up to me, I definitely would grab a Integra Type S or a Type R. I just like how aggressive it looks, but it's still chill and it's not too aggressive. I know some people don't like the red carpet or the red seats in the Type R. It's too much red. You have the Type S. Anyways, drop a comment down below. Tell me what you think about the Type S. Is this something you'll go with? Would you rather a Type R? Would you rather an A-spec technology 6-speed manual transmission instead of the 6-speed in this guy? Would you rather 200 horsepower versus the 320 horsepower? Let's talk about it. Thank you for watching. I will catch you in the next walk around.